Okay. First order of business is the minutes of March's meeting. Anybody have any changes or questions on the, no? I make a motion that the minutes be accepted.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next order of business is a public hearing for Kenneth McGovern, 518 Sprout Brook Road. Is anybody here for that? Okay. This is the application proposes a 945 square foot garage addition with office storage above and 144 square foot breezeway connection totaling 1,089 square foot, requiring a side yard variance where 30 feet is required and 11 feet 1 inch is proposed, and a rear setback of 0 where 50 feet is required. Furthermore, proposed structure exceeds 1,000 square feet, requiring a variance as per zoning Philipstown zoning code 175-10 section D. Now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Kayleen Zico with Hudson Design,
Okay, you're the architect or
representing Hudson
you're
Design.
representing the owner? Okay, fine. At last month's meeting, we spoke that, you had to go to, seeing that the property was a little bit into Putnam Valley, you had to go there and get a variance there also. But I see that you've changed the plans.
Yeah, we've shifted the entire structure into Philipstown.
Okay. So you put the whole, and I saw it kind of goes this way.
Yes.
You have to go at an angle or something. I did a site inspection there Friday. I spoke with the owner, and he showed me what was there and all. And even though it sounds, 0 lot line sounds like a lot, it's not, because the property, actually, the smaller portion of the property is in Philipstown, and
That's
larger portion of the property is in Putnam Valley. I think probably from the back of that, it's probably another 500 feet in the back from the garage back and all like that. So we're going by the new plan. The new plan is dated March 31st, 2023.
That's correct.
Am I correct? Okay. So that'll be in, the building inspector will be aware of that that's the plan that we're going to go by. If you get approved, is what I'm trying to say. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So you need a variance for the side, and your rear setback was 0, and you need a variance for the 1,000 square feet. Is that correct, Adam? 3?
Yes, side yard setback variance, rear yard setback variance, and a garage that exceeds 1,000 square feet.
Okay.
And just so I'm clear on the new plans, just so we get the square footage correct, the connector and the proposed garage is 1,218 feet?
That's correct. Since
Okay.
we shifted it, it kind of adjusted size.
Yeah, go for the plan from, here, okay. Here's a new plan, this one's March 23rd. What he had to do here was make the building sideways, because there's the property line between Putnam Valley. He went to Putnam Valley, and I guess he didn't,
That explains that. I understand that when I was looking at it at home.
yeah. So I guess you went to Putnam Valley and you decided you didn't want to go through that procedure, or has that happened, or?
We just figured it'd be better to keep it with one
Keep
municipality.
it in
Yeah.
one place. Okay. Now, I spoke to the owner, so I know a little bit about what happened.
Yeah.
so. He wasn't too happy about the wall going this way, but I guess,
We made it work.
it'll work, right?
You can fit a truck in there.
Okay.
Just for the record, with respect to your parcel, how much distance will there be from the end of the garage all the way to the back part of the parcel that's in another municipality?
You're talking from the line from the Philipstown?
Correct.
line?
We didn't dimension that, but
Even an approximate would be,
I would say approximately 500 feet. I don't know, you know, no, I looked at it, it looks like about 500 feet, but
At least.
you can't go by me. I'm only guessing, but it could have been further than that because I couldn't really see any further back from that, from the woods, so,
Yeah, the lot is much longer than it is wide.
yeah, okay. Are you gonna need that, the exact, Adam?
no, but it's at least 500 feet, is that fair?
At least 500 feet.
Okay.
Correct. You would agree with that? Yeah,
I would
that's,
agree.
I would too, because like I said, that's as far as I could see feedback, and then there was even some beyond
Yeah.
that. Okay. So even though it sounds bad, zero lot line, it's not
Yes.
really, it's not really a zero lot line, it's 500 feet behind it, okay. Let me see. Any questions for any board members? Have any questions here?
Not that I have.
No questions? Okay. This is a public hearing. Anybody in the audience here would like to speak to this application? All right. That takes care of that. Nobody in the audience wants to speak to it. One more thing we want to hear. A little bit of 5 factors. I know you did it. Okay, I got them. The 5 factors are what we have you fill out is, it helps us decide, you know, on the application. It gives us a little guidance and all like that. First question is, will an undesirable change be produced in the character of the neighborhood? Or will a detriment to nearby properties be created by granting of the area variance? And your answer there is new attached garage to existing residence will not change the character of the neighborhood. Careful placement and attention to scale have been taken into consideration. And I have to agree with that, because most of those houses down there have small, narrow, long properties, and the garages are all, you know, they're all pretty much the same. Can the benefit sought be achieved by some method feasible to pursue other than area variance? The pre-existing non-conforming site and location to the new garage cannot be located in another location on the site. I agree with that, because looking at the site, you only have so much room in Philipstown. All your room is in Putnam Valley. Should have built a house in Putnam Valley, I guess, made a longer driveway. All right. Is the requested area variance substantial? Well, yeah, it's substantial in the book because it's going down to 0, but if you didn't have 500 feet behind it, then we wouldn't even be considering this, you know, okay. Will the proposed variance have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood or district? New attached garage to existing residence will not change the character of the neighborhood. Careful placement and attention to a scale have been taken into consideration. Yeah, the neighborhood's, you know, pretty much all the same, garages and all like that, so I don't think it'll change anything in the neighborhood. Is the alleged difficulty self-created? No, due to zoning setbacks, the proposed garage location will not comply with the present zoning regulations. The requested location for the proposed garage is located on the north side of the property, along with the existing driveway. New garage will be attached to the existing home via breezeway. There again, have a look at it, I agree with you 100% on that. That's pretty much what's there. Does anybody have any questions at all? Do you have any questions at all? At this time, I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing, seeing as nobody wants to speak. All right, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now I'm going to ask for a roll call vote. Mr. Sestone?
Vote to approve.
I'm sorry?
I vote to approve.
Vote to approve, Mr. Lynn?
I vote to approve. I vote to approve.
I vote to approve.
I vote to approve. Okay, you're all set. What I'm going to do now is going to give you, I'm going to give you a form that you'll be able to take tomorrow to the building inspector to get the building permit. But I'm going to put on here that it's going to be the March, you know, March 23rd. So just so he understands.
March 31st.
Okay?
Yep.
March 23rd, right?
31st.
Okay, here you go. You're all set. Thank you. On there and start building. Okay. Have a nice day. All right, let's see. Let's see. Put him aside, put him aside. Look at that. Next is public hearing for Lorraine Megan, 16 Stephanie Lane, Cold Spring. Applicant proposes a 2,400 square foot garage in compliance with all setbacks on a 2.5 acre lot. Since the proposal does not comply with the town, Philipstown Chapter 175 zoning code, the application is denied. But the applicant also proposes a 40 by 60 footprint where section 175 limits garages to 1,000 square feet. So basically, all you need is a variance for over the 1,000 square feet. Okay. I went up there, I did a site inspection Friday on this and all like that, and even though it's a big garage, it's between two other garages, okay? I mean, you got one side, you got an auto body garage, and the other side, you got the ES, but it's supply place. So how we ever got residential zoning in there, that one lot, I don't quite know what happened there. You know what I'm trying to say? But that was a little confusing, in all honesty. But I understand what you're doing, and I think it's I don't see any problem with it. Okay, let's see. Is there anybody in the audience who'd like to speak on this application? Nobody to speak. Anybody have any questions on the board on this? Okay, no. Now let's go over the 5 factors. Like again, what I said, the 5 factors is what helps us to make the decisions. First one, will an understandable change be produced in the character of the neighborhood, or will a detriment to nearby properties be created by the granting of the area variance? No, property is on a private road and bordered by 2 commercial buildings, which I saw. Can the benefit sought be achieved by some method feasible to pursue other than area variance? I saw the property in the way there's no other way you could do it. I have to agree with you. Is the requested area variance substantial? Yes, it's substantial, but considering that you have 2 giant garages next to you, it kind of makes it a lot smaller in the picture, okay? Will the proposed variance have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions of the neighborhood? No, property is on private road. Neighbors are in favor of the proposed garage. And I don't know if I had any letters. Let me see. Yes, I do. Okay, let me just finish. Yeah, I got it. Let me read the letters. What I got. First one is the letters to conform that I give full consent for Tom and Lorraine Merrigan to construct a 40 by 60 foot garage in their property. My property is located at 340 Route 9, Cold Spring, which is located on the western border of the Merrigan property. This is from John Stanko from Stanko's Auto Body. And the other one is here is, this letter is to confirm that I give my full consent for Tom and Lorraine Merrigan to construct a 40 by 60 foot garage on their property. My property is located at 3330 Route 9, Cold Spring, which is located on the southern border of the Merrigan property. And that's the expanded supply products. Okay. And let's see, do I have another one? Yeah, I do. The letter is confirmed that I give my full consent with Tom and Lorraine Merrigan to construct a 40 by 60 foot garage on their property. My property is located at 31 Stephanie Lane, Cold Spring, which is located on the eastern border of the Merrigan property. Okay, so you're surrounded. Everybody thinks it's a good idea. Okay, all right. Let's finish with the factors here. Will the proposed variance have an adverse effect or impact on the physical and environmental conditions of the neighborhood? No, like I said, it's a private road, and neighbors are in favor of the proposed garage, and we just read the letters. Is the alleged difficulty self-created? His consideration, somebody said, yes, due to our recreational hobbies. I don't know if that's self-created or not, but I understand where you're coming from. You need some place to put you got trucks and all like that. I saw when I was there and all, and ATVs and stuff like that, so. Okay. Any members, any questions for any members of the board?
Why so large? I don't have it clear in my head. Why are you going so big?
The RV, let's say it's 38 feet, so to get it in the garage, to store over the winter time, you need 40 feet, and then alongside of it, to put another vehicle alongside of it while that's being stored. And then we have like a workshop area to be able to work on the camper if we need to, or any of our, like I said, our lawnmower or four-wheelers, any of that stuff, so.
If you were denied, what would you do?
Probably nothing, I guess.
Any other questions? Anybody? All right, at this time, I make a motion to close the public hearing. This is on second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're going to have the call vote. Mr. Stone?
I'll vote in favor.
Mr. Lim?
I'll vote in favor.
I vote to approve.
And I vote to approve.
And I vote to approve. They're all set. Let me just follow, I'm going to fill this out for you. You're going to take this to the building inspector, and you could get your permit and get your garage up and get all the trucks in there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Have a good night. Okay. Next order of business is Quentin and Emmy Tigerington, 21 Quail Run. Okay. And you are, I'm sorry, the...
Good evening. My name is Karen Quail. I'm with LQ Design. I am the designer, and here with the owner, Emmy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, she's... Who?
Owner, the
The
owner.
owner? Okay, great. I spoke to you on the phone today?
Yes.
All right. The only thing, I see that by your drawings here, but I don't see a finished product.
I sent in elevations today.
It's in there? I'm trying to see, I know it's 17 by 30, right? That's what we discussed last month, okay?
Yes.
I don't see it in here. I don't see the building itself. You understand what I'm saying? Do you see it? Am I missing something? Huh? Oh, you see it there? Is that new? Oh, that just came today? Okay, did I take it back? Let me find it, hold on. I didn't see it last month, let me put it that way. Let me see, what do you have? Yeah, I see it. Okay. Okay, so the height of it is, this wasn't here last month, right?
I'm sorry.
This wasn't here last month, this is new.
The elevations are new.
Okay. The height is
The ridge is 14.
14.6?
Yes.
14.6, okay. Yeah, because I have a couple of letters. I looked at today, went to it today, and I took a look and everything else like that. I understand there's really no place else to put it. I could see that, It's mostly, it's beautiful, I'll tell you. It's a view to kill for. If I had my lunch, I was going to sit by your pool and have lunch. It was really a nice view. You see the Hudson River and you see everything. It was really gorgeous. But we got some letters, I guess. We got some letters for, and we got one against. Okay. That I don't need anymore. Let me put that back. Continue thinking. Let's see. This is from, ladies and gentlemen, we are neighbors of Clinton Watson, Emmy Tigerington on Quail Run, a private cul-de-sac with 4 residents off Lane Gate Road. Clinton and Emmy, who purchased their property a year ago, are wonderful neighbors who have already added a lot to our little road. We are delighted to support their application for zoning variance for their planned pool cabana. I got that. Trying to see if I don't know if I have any other letters in favor. I'm trying to look. Oh, yeah, I got that one. Okay. So basically what you're looking for, it's just a 560 square foot pavilion, 30-foot required, and you're looking for an 18-foot setback where 30 feet is required, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, a question I had when I looked at it, where the cement pad is and the propane tank, the way I look at the plans, this is going to be behind that,
Correct, to the east side of the existing pad.
right? Behind it. Okay, so are you going to remove that concrete pad?
Yes.
Okay. Where is the propane tank going to go?
It's going to go on the east side of the pool house. So,
On the east side?
away from the river.
Away from the side, on the east side. So it'll be on the other side of the
Close.
building?
Yeah.
Between between the pool and the pavilion, is that what you're saying?
No, I can show it to you.
Yeah, sure. What size is that tank? Is that 500 gallon? Is that a 500 gallon tank, or you don't know? Yeah, 12 feet long, yeah.
The existing propane tank is here,
Yeah,
and we're proposing to put it back here.
right. That's closer to the driveway then?
Correct.
Okay. Right, okay. All right, that's okay. Now, the letter we got now, the person has some concerns, is a Richard and Susan Siskin of 20 Quail Run. Our concern is that this encroachment on the setback will block our view facing south. This placement has a structure 12 feet from our driveway, when the setbacks are 30 feet. Is there any other way to angle the structure so that it is within the legal setback at a peak of 14.5 feet high?
We have an 18-foot setback that we're, not a 12-foot.
Yeah, well, what's the height, 14?
14.6, and they're up above they're higher.
Are
in
they the
ele-
house, I know, when I'm
This is-
when
I
I'm
have a
standing
picture.
there at that, with the cement thing and the propane tank, are they a house to the right?
To the north.
To the right, correct, okay.
So this is a picture from the driveway up to...
Yeah, like I said, I was there today, I took some pictures myself and everything else like that. Oh, yeah, okay, I got the right house then. All right. I understand, well, let me
Just
finish it here.
multiple copies of the
Thank you
same.
for your attention. We live in Florida in the winter and received this notice last week, and just got the aerial this afternoon, which gave us the best understanding of the footprint of the project. Please advise. Standing by. Yeah, I got at the right house. When I saw that house, yeah, it's just the next. I probably could show you on the pictures. I took pictures because I can understand a man's concern, but I want to make sure that And
May I
so I'll
speak-
show.
May I speak to his concern?
Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's see. This is, take a look here for a second on my phone. This is, I know it's hard to see exactly, but this is his house next door. He's got a pool and pavilion too, right? Correct. Okay. Here, what it is,
You share that, yeah.
yeah, this is, like, it's gonna be over here, but this is the only window, there's one window. There's only one window on that side of the house. I looked at it, which is on the furthest one. And then both houses face the river, okay? And they have, really gorgeous views. And he has a full deck in the back.
Right.
And he has a little bit of a side deck, and there's one window there. I don't know which window that room is for.
In the aerial view,
Yeah,
you can see that, that we're behind the...
yeah, I saw it. No, that's what I was gonna say. I just want to make sure I was talking about the right house, okay? Because I thought there was a different number, right? But, and I saw the, here's the idea. Here's a tank, and where the house is, okay? And this structure is gonna go behind that tank, right? All right. It's gonna start behind the tank is what my concern.
The corner, it's an angle, we angled it.
Right. I could see how you have it here.
So
Yeah.
corner,
Yeah. Right. I could see the light lines. Yeah, the light line, I could see the light line with at the corner of the proposed pool pavilion, there's a dotted line. That's the slab and the tank,
correct.
correct? Okay. And you're going to put that basically at the edge of that behind there, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The corner is at the...
Right.
The corner of the proposed pavilion is on the easternmost edge of that
Okay.
existing concrete slab.
Now, to address Mr. Siskin's concerns,
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
it says it's 12 foot from his driveway. It's really nowhere near the driveway.
No, they had
The
built...
driveway is a circular driveway that goes around.
Right, they built a construction, it seems like they built a road for constructing the pool pavilion, an access
Or to
road.
get back to their pool and their pavilion.
Correct,
I
so we're not, it's, first of all, 18 feet, we're not 12 feet, we're 18 feet from
Right.
the property line, but also their their access road is not on the property line.
Right, right. I took my time, I took photos and everything like that up there to
So
get a
this,
good look at it.
you
so-
know, in the site plan,
Right.
what they are calling their driveway.
Plus, what
is-
I see is his home is much higher elevation than this woman's home, you know, the lady's home is, you know, just so, even at 14 feet, I don't know, height, I don't see a problem myself, okay? I don't know. I see what he's talking about, I really do, okay? The one little corner of his patio,
But there are
but he's
trees,
got the whole back of his house, and it's all just trees there, too.
right, there's an oak tree between the proposed pool house and their house that's significantly taller than
Right.
the pool house.
Right, right. Like I say, I took a lot of time looking at it and took photos and all like that, and to make sure, in my mind, I didn't want to know exactly what I was talking about.
If I had to guess on the height elevation change, they're at least 10 feet above, at ground level,
Right.
above the, the floor
Right.
of the pool pavilion, at least.
Well,
So-
well, even if you, let's say, if you change your design, knock the foot out, I don't know if that would make any difference, I don't see it, and I don't know. Would that make a difference in your plan? If you
Well,
had to do that? I'm just asking.
we had so many things on site, like we have wells that we're working around, we have ledge rock that we're working around, we have the existing pool, and we have,
It's nothing but rock there, I agree. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, but I mean, you're on a rock, and but I'll tell you, if I got that back of the pool, I was never gonna leave. I was ready to put a chair back there that was a gorgeous place to be. And those guys are working like crazy, I'll tell you, there's a lot of guys working there. But, yeah, I don't see it as, maybe he's not here, maybe that's why he doesn't understand. Maybe he's reading plans, and it's tough to read from plans and everything like that. And I do understand his concern, but, and physically looking at it today and going over the whole property and looking at his house and looking at the elevation, I don't see it, that it would obstruct his view in any way. But I don't want to put my opinion on to everybody, any of the board members. So, I mean, if you guys want to go take a look, you want to put this off till next month or something like that, that's fine with me. If you don't want it, we'll continue. We'll continue anyway. Let's continue to get over it, the meeting. But,
the way that we cited it also, the way that we angled it, kind of keeps their view, we were conscious of not blocking their view.
no, I understand that, and it is back. If it was in place of that concrete slab, I'd have a problem. Okay, because then you would be putting too much forward, okay? So, but you did put it behind a concrete slab, so I don't have that's the only place you could put it. I don't see what else. You got nothing else but rocks there.
I mean, and also one other issue, there used to be a bunch of very tall evergreen trees in that area. They were recently cleared. They cleared them when they bought the house, so
Right.
there was no view prior in that location
You're talking
because
about
it was
next door.
blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was blocked by
Yeah.
evergreen trees.
Well, it's like anything else, if I ask you to put trees up, you're only going to block his view, so that doesn't make any sense, And I really don't see, it's a shame that the man's not here, I can understand that, and he has his concerns or like that, but it's tough to read from plans. You have to really go physically look at it, in this location to see it, then you can see it. I don't think it's going to bother him at all. I don't see any concern there at all, so. But I understand from looking at his plan the concern he had. So he did have a legitimate concern. But there again, I don't want to put my opinion, I don't know if anybody went and looked at it or not, anybody had a chance, but if you want to put this off and keep it open until next month and go look at it, it's up to you guys. You have to make that decision. You don't want to just go by what I say.
Where are you gonna move the hot tub?
I don't see how you could prove it otherwise unless you're
Where are you gonna
using
move the hot
lasers
tub?
to.
Oh, yeah. Slightly over, right? We're just rotating. Yeah, right. You got a question?
I was just saying, unless you were using lasers to, trace, basically what, from their house out, I don't see how you can prove it, otherwise, that it's gonna be a blocking.
Yeah, I don't, like I say, I took pictures of anybody, Huh? I showed you the pictures.
I went up there, I didn't go on the property, but I was up there.
Yeah, you see, I showed you pictures and all like that, so,
What, how come it's not in this area close to
Huh?
the pool?
Well,
There's
that's what
ledge
she was
rock.
just saying, is they took down.
There's ledge rock. Yeah.
Yeah, no, let's ask that.
Max 25 foot.
Proposed screening, yeah, let me ask that, yeah.
Right,
I
you
got a
could
question,
change the,
proposed screening, what proposed screening, you have it on your plan, you have a proposed screening, what's the height of those?
It's,
Screening have shrubs, maximum height is 25
25 feet.
inches. Okay,
you can
and you're
certainly
putting
change
the,
that.
we could certainly change that. We were thinking that they would, just,
Well, because that might actually block their view more than.
correct, yeah. So we could keep that to 8 feet.
yeah,
Right, just by making sure that your selection of the shrubs,
For sure,
go for a native.
yes.
Well, I guess you could move the shrubs a little bit back or something like that if you, maybe you could talk to your neighbor, see maybe, what would be, what they would, rather, I guess, I'm trying to say, but, I don't think you put anything there, it's only gonna block a few more, so I don't, well, what was the reason for the shrubs?
We just thought that, that they might want some screening,
In my screen. Okay.
but
Well, at 25 inches, it's not going to bother anybody. It's not going to bother anybody's view because his house is a lot higher than anywhere than that.
Not 25 inches, 25 feet.
Oh, it's 25 feet?
5 feet, yeah.
Right,
Okay,
No,
Well, that's
that-
max, I mean, that takes a
Yeah.
while to get there.
yeah, but like you use,
Well,
if you use
we can
white
cer-
pine,
I
it
did,
would-
yeah,
it could be a short
I thought
time.
it was inches. See? Okay.
Well, it's on
Feet.
range too, it probably won't.
Well, we certainly don't want that.
that's no problem.
I had that happen in
We can,
Village, though.
we can
Okay.
adjust that.
So,
Yeah, white pines, they just keep growing.
talking here on a plan, it says, on a proposed plan, she's got proposed screening at 25 feet high. So that's, you're going to have to eliminate that.
That's fine.
Boom, out, no screening, okay? 'Cause that could possibly block, I could get it that way from the end because, that's more towards the cliff side or towards the water side is what I'm trying to say. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I do.
Okay. You could put lower than that, of course, but not 25 feet. And thank you for pointing that out. Okay, is there any other questions anybody have, any board members have on this? Okay. Do you want to continue on, or do you want to continue on? Okay. I'm going to go over the 5 factors. This is what we use to help us make a determination. Number 1, will an
Excuse me.
undesirable change be produced in the character of the neighborhood, or will,
There is a comment.
I'm sorry?
There's
Oh,
public comments.
go ahead, I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
Thank you for considering our application. I truly appreciate, and I appreciate the phone call from you and coming out to visit it today. I'm Emmy Tigerington. I'm an owner. My partner, Clint Watts, is also here, and his daughter, Pepper. We have lived at 21 Quail Run, just to give you a brief background, for 3 years now. We were renting before we owned there. It is our full-time permanent residence, and what we hope will be our forever home. We plan to stay there forever. It's also where we're raising our daughter Pepper and where she will likely live for the rest of her life. And we are asking your permission to construct this pool house so that we can make greater use of the outdoor space on our property without disruption to our neighbors. We have no intention of disrupting their peace, and with full permission from you all. And this community means the world to us since we've been here, and we have worked very hard to build connections with our neighbors here. And while we've reached out to our neighbors, the ones who sent the letter on several occasions and have had some challenges getting a hold of them, as they are only here part-time during the year. We do have a number of other adjacent neighbors who are full-time residents, and they are here with us tonight and or have submitted the letters of support. So we have one hard copy for our application. We also have several other neighbors that are here to support us, and we're happy to provide these letters and answer any questions that you may have about our application. And we truly appreciate your consideration. Thank you.
Anybody else would like to speak on to this, address this? Just get up and just tell us who you are, sir, please, and where you live.
Thank you. I'm Larry Wiesler, and this is Randy Fettergreen, my spouse. We co-own 11 Shad Row. We're neighbors around the corner from Clint and Emmy, and we've been here since 2002. We bought the Zaplinas' house. And we'd just like to say on behalf of Clint and Emmy, they've been a terrific addition to the community. everything they've done during their construction. They've done a major overhaul
Oh, yeah.
to that property, as you can see. I think-
That'd be 20 guys working here. It looked
I
like,
think
you know.
almost short of still asking why they didn't tear the house down and start from scratch. Whole other
Well, you
story.
could, you had a, you know, that was just a
Right.
perfect spot. I mean,
But what they've done is during this construction period, done everything with care and considerations for the neighbors.
Right.
And we respect that fully. Last year, the neighbors opposing the said property built a sizable pavilion. Maybe that was approved, maybe that wasn't through the community, but that's clearly blocking our neighbors, David and Marceline Duffy, who wrote a letter on their behalf. And so I just, you know, in the spirit of kind of neighborliness also, I think they've been very respectful. And, you know, we request, you know, full support, so I'll leave this letter for you.
Sure.
But thank you so much for your consideration.
No, thank you very much. Look, this is important because that's what these meetings are all about, okay? We have to know what the neighbors feel and everything else like that and what the problems
Care
are.
about our community on the hill. We have
Oh, yeah.
great neighbors, so.
I'm sorry?
We have great neighbors all around. We're really
Well, that's
blessed.
nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Fantastic.
We're here full-time, and,
Right.
and it's, yeah, it's.
It's a great place to
we-
live.
We really love all of our neighbors, and it's a great community, and
That's great.
we're very supportive of
Thank
this.
Okay, thank you very much for your help.
Thank you.
Anybody else would like to speak on this application?
Hi, thanks for listening to my comment as well. I have a letter as well, which I can submit. My name's Daniel Frome. I live in 8 Quail Run, which is part of our lot is adjacent to theirs. We share a border in some areas. We share the Quail Run drive-through as well. And I just wanted to similarly voice my support for the application. Clinton and Emmy have been nothing but conscientious and considerate neighbors to us since before we moved in. Understanding some challenging circumstances that we went through in ourselves on our move in with my family, which is also we moved in the summertime, late August, early September, and we are also full-time residents and have experienced nothing but consideration and respect and respectfulness to what we need in our area and from our property. So when it comes to even providing safety for our kids and stuff like that, they've always been there. And during the snowstorms, we all sort of check in on each other when we lost power to make sure everybody's okay. It just seems like a no-brainer to us that everything is going to be handled conscientiously and as caring as possible. And in addition, it feels like a boon to the neighborhood property value-wise as well, from my point of view. So there's nothing but pluses from our position. So just wanted to be able to voice that to everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the time.
Well, that's what these meetings are for. These meetings are for is to hear, you know, what the neighbors have to say and what everything else like that, you know, and that's the only way we can make decisions, okay? And that's why, so I'm glad you came and, you know, gave us your opinion. Thank you very much. It helps. Thank you. Is there anybody else who'd like to speak to this? Okay. All right, well, then we'll go over to 5 factors now. Okay, number 1, will an understandable change be produced in the character of the neighborhood, or will a detriment to nearby properties be created by granting of the area variance? No, the design of the proposed structure is in keeping with the character of the existing house and is not dissimilar to the neighbor's existing pavilion. That's the neighbor next door. Also, existing vegetation plant screening on the north. No, I agree with you 100% that it is keeping with the existing house. I mean, you know, it's whoever designed that house and put that there, I give them all the credit in the world. I don't know how they put it up to begin with there, but God bless them. But, you know, all the, as far as the vegetation, you don't put up that high trees. We agreed on that. No 25, no,
100%.
nothing else to block anything like that, okay? I could put some, you know, 3-4 foot some, but nothing else like that, okay? Is the requested variance substantial? No, only 123 square feet of proposed structure falls within a required setback. Well, that's true. If you did away with 123 square feet, you wouldn't be here, right? But you need that to
fulfill the function.
fulfill the function, okay. Will the proposed variance have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental condition of the neighborhood? No, the footprint of structure is 560 square feet and the site is 4.9 acres. Yeah, 4.9 acres, must be downhill, was that all downhill, the 4.9 acres? Because it doesn't look like there's much after the end of the pool, it looks like it's,
Yeah, no, it goes east mostly.
okay, all right, there it goes. Is the alleged difficulty self-created? No, the pool is pre-existing. That's correct, the pool is pre-existing, and I say, I spent a lot of time looking at it, and I don't see any other place that you could possibly put that. Are there any other questions, any members of the board? At this time, I make a motion to close the public hearing. Mr. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, take a roll call vote. Mr. Stone?
Vote to approve.
Mr. Lim?
I'll approve.
Vote to approve.
I'll vote to approve.
Okay, and I vote to approve. Okay, let's see what we got here. It is, what this is an approval to take to the building inspector and get your permit, and you're all set, okay? And enjoy that lovely view, I gotta tell you, you know, in that pool, God almighty. God bless you. Get it all done, that's all. But there ain't a lot of mowing. I'll tell you, that's what, it's mostly rock, is what I saw. All right, have a good night, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Bye now. Good night now. Okay, next order of business is an application for, let's see, 20, was it Howland Road, right? 7 Howland Road. Anybody here for that? Yeah, wanna step up there, please? Okay, this is for, the application proposes a 787 square foot addition to a 1,290 square foot pre-existing non-conforming structure. The application does not comply with section 175-23B of the code. I'm sorry,
I'm sorry?
you're the owner?
I'm the owner.
Your
yes.
name?
Richard Saran?
Okay. In 175-23, number 2, what he's saying is that notwithstanding revisions of subsection B1 above, a non-conforming use or structure may be enlarged by a maximum of 25% of its floor area or impervious surface coverage, whichever is less, by the grant of a special permit of the zoning board of appeals, provided that the board finds that the enlargement will have no greater impact on the neighborhood land uses in the public and the existing use of structure than the enlargement will improve the appearance of the site. So we'd have to give you a permit for the 25%, but you're looking for mostly 61%.
About.
Right,
I never did the figures
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
about
I'm
60
going,
it's about- I did it, it's about 61%. Okay, so you're gonna have to have 2. What do I mean by that? You're gonna have to have the permit to go for the 25%,
okay.
and then a variance to go over the 25%. Am I correct, Mr. Ryan?
Right.
Right? Okay,
Need a
basically-
special permit and an area variance.
An area variance, okay?
Okay.
So we're looking at 2 is what it is, all right. Why don't you tell us what you're trying to do there?
Well, pretty much, well, the project was started about 15 years ago. I added on a garage separate, and then we were supposed to build on top, but we got caught up in the bank crunch and a bunch of other personal issues. I'm trying to finish a project that was started 15 years ago. What we're trying to do is, it's a 3-bedroom home, 1 bedroom downstairs, 2 bedrooms upstairs. We're trying to take the 1 bedroom from downstairs, move that upstairs, and just add more living space to the house, along with taking a little alley kitchen that was there and turning that into a full-size eat-in dining room kitchen, which the house never had.
Okay, and looking at your plan, it looks like you're gonna put, I took a site visit there Friday, I took a look at it. What was that, a garage that used to be that stone?
Originally, that stone structure was a garage. That's what we're building on top of.
Yeah, and you're gonna level it off with the second floor of your current home,
Correct.
right?
I
Okay,
think it may sit about a foot higher, but not anything drastic.
all right. And I guess you're proposing to put a On the first floor, you're gonna put a kitchen, right?
Correct.
And pantry, and I guess a big dining area, and then the second floor is gonna be a master bedroom with a bath, right? Correct, okay. Is that gonna structure stay there, that stone, are you working with that?
Yes.
The one that's there, okay, that's
That's
good.
going to stay, it's going to go right on top of that.
Right on top of that. Okay, I understand
So
it
I'm
now.
not changing the footprint on the ground or any,
Yeah, okay. I looked at it, and I see where you're coming from, how you're gonna live or loft, it looks, pretty good. Doesn't make any, okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna vote on it, see if your application is approved, that we have everything, okay?
Okay.
Sometimes people come and we're missing a page of something that we may need or something like that, so is there anybody, look at this, has any questions on it, the application itself? Okay. I see you got a letter from a neighbor or something like that, that says it's
I know a couple
that
may
it's
said
If
they
you
need-
have, if you can get any more of that and send them something like that, that's always helpful.
I know everybody else, but my interpretation is I come today and
Yeah.
make sure you have everything you need, then next month I come for the final, and I told them, you got a month to do it, take it.
Yeah, that's correct. You got a couple. You're pretty good. You got it. Everything is here, so, lots of secretary, she does a great job in getting the packages together, so, they're all to you, so. And is there any questions, anything, everybody? On this? Okay. I just want to make a motion that the application is approved. And second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, okay, you're all set. So next meeting will be May 8th, Monday, May 8th, here, and what we'll do is we'll go over everything again, and this way, if any neighbors have any concerns or anything else like that, they have the opportunity to come here and discuss them.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, and that'll be it.
Which I don't foresee, but thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, good night. Any other business? Okay. All right, only old business. It's funny, remember a couple months ago, I asked about 5G, we had some rules. I went out my driveway today, big trucks blocking my driveway. I went down and said, what are you doing? They're installing the 5G wire.
They did it on our street.
So why is there wire for 5G? I thought it was wireless.
My understanding is that
How does that work?
the wires, somebody said it could be like small boxes or refrigerators almost on top
Yeah,
of
but
the
is it
poles.
wireless? So why are they putting in fiber, they're putting in wire?
I have no idea. It's just,
I don't know either. I figured I'd ask,
They wouldn't answer. I asked one of the guys because they didn't really know.
I asked my son, because he's 20, I was like, and he's like, it doesn't make any sense. I thought those, when they put in fiber optics, they were much bigger cables.
So they're upgrading their network in anticipation.
oh, he said the wire, you don't feel the wire could handle what's there, so that's why they
Oh,
put
so
in
upping the wire.
up in the wire. All right,
But that's for like the internet.
yeah, that's what
That's
I
for the
thought.
non-wire. But that's not 5G, though,
Whatever.
is it?
We're
Well,
cut-
they call it 5G, but it's not.
It's more just like a fiber optic.
It's regular Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
fiber optic.
No, not because fiber optics are bigger.
Yeah.
Okay,
Call you to put them in too.
Nice.
any other business? Old business, no business? We'll make a, gotta get a motion to adjourn?
Second?
All in favor? Okay, that's it. Thank you, guys.